play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment. Consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey, ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis. Scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets. It sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is crime and it's optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Like winner, chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger, authoring is August, wordplay is December, That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers, slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier, swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pitches, this is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do with it, didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Louis do a dual identity, dueling enemies, do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally, superhuman fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be, they googling endlessly, even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability. Things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, he is Special K, Kell Brook. He tipped the scales at an even 147 pounds. That's the welterweight limit. 5'9" tall with a reach of almost 70 inches. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford, weighing in at 140 pounds. He's 5'7" tall with a reach of 74 inches.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach. Use that long jab. Do it that way. You'll be safe all night.
Introducing first, he is Special K, Kell Brook, the former welterweight champion of the world, fighting out of the Steel City of
This bout is
so they stare into each other. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Solid punch. Oh, that left hook hurt him. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Will the pride come before the fall, or can Brook pull off a stunner?
It was a TKO in round 4. I remember seeing that's my boy. I saw the fight. Terrence Crawford, though, he was on fire. The first 3 rounds, Kell Brook, you could see the Kell returned the fight. He was on the cage. Terrence Crawford then switch. He knocked Kell out with a shot that Kell knocked everybody else out.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Kell Brook may need to take a knee here. The special one goes to the canvas. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
That hook scores. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Are we about to see Kell Brook go down? Let's talk about Brook in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown. And there's the bell to start round 2. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning.
No, hold on a second, Johnny. Big shot, and Kell Brook is on the canvas. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around.
Oh, my God, Johnny. Kell Brook may need to take a knee here. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to...
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, yeah, massive blow, and down goes Kell Brook. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So it's onward and upward after... I'm Todd. It's Sean. This bout is scheduled. We welcome you. So here we go. Should be a good one. Not a lot of defense here at all. Do you believe what we're seeing? Shawn Porter and Terrence Crawford, part 2. Crawford winning by TKO in the 10th round after Porter's dad threw in the towel.
Porter said the first time, you know what, Crawford was just too slick. I thought I had his number. Now you've got to remember, Porter's style is so irky-jerky. It's one of those what you just can't figure out. He's got a pace it's hard to tune into. And he thought, I've got Crawford's number. Crawford was too slick, too dominant. He knew exactly how to deal with the man in front of him. And Shawn Porter did what Shawn Porter did. He put on a show. He said, all right, let's see what you got. So now, we'll do this a second time. We'll get in there and do it all over again. Shawn Porter knows he has the strength. He needs to turn back time. Bring that youth of unpredictability about his fighting, rugged style. Shawn Porter is going to be more refined. Box him sharp, box him slick, box him powerfully, but put him on the back foot.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. And that jab just missed with the left hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. You know that bell was sweet. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Blocks the left uppercut. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches. The punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need it. And there's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Sean Porter just got rocked. Looks like trouble. What? Hold that thought. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punchers, my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
And he just misses with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last. Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
He got out of the way of that right hook. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Just missed with that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Straight right just misses. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Porter backing up after that heavy shot. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Todd, reach as well as speed. Reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Crawford is dazed. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. And there's the bell for round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They threw the hook. It didn't land. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Sean Porter just got rocked. It appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
By the way, the connect percentages have to... This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Round 7, here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Porter is on wobbly legs. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. What would you tell me? And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Porter backing up after that heavy shot. That was the moment. Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Oh my goodness, Johnny! Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Sean Porter just got rocked. And right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Porter backing up after that heavy shot. That'll go, Sean Porter. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. It's not over till it's over. And there's the bell for round 9. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Hook misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Well, they're going deep. Hold it right there. Sean Porter just got rocked. Porter goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. And fighting here, it's Jono King Kong Carroll. 58 kilos even, 172 centimeters tall, with a reach of 176. The Matrix, Vasily Lomachenko, fighting as a featherweight. That's the 126-pound limit. He hit it bang on. 5'6" tall, and he's got a reach of around 65 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
King Kong, Jono Carroll, the Celtic warrior who fights out of Dublin, Ireland. He's always in the mood for a fight. Vasily Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Dublin, Ireland, the southpaw contender, a junior lightweight world title challenger, King Kong, Jono Carroll. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been. And there's the bell for round one. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. Nope, that hook won't score. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You'd like to see more jabs. Just misses with that left uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about O'Carroll in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Neither one of them. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Threw the uppercut but did not score. Do you believe what we are seeing? They blocked the left there. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you got to think them. You just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Nice counter. Good defense blocking the right jab. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. And around. There's the bell to start round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the King Kong finally goes down.
Damn.
And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about O'Carroll in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. Back into the fray here in round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Couldn't land that jab. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that hook. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, there's the bell to start round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the straight left. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
He misses with that straight left. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Left hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Down goes Carroll. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. Let's see how the game plan... Here comes round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
They got out of the way of that right hook. This is not where down goes John O'Carroll. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
Stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac, drip flow like a